Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Alright, so last time we left off, we read our poem to Sayori, and now we need to see who else we want to read our happy little poem to. You know, it almost makes you forget that this is apparently a horror game? Based on the intro, unless they were just lying to freak me out. So, I guess I'll pick Yuri next, because she seemed really excited about me and stuff. So let's do Yuri next. ... Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. I'm so sorry! I forgot to start speaking! Don't worry, I have that problem sometimes too. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not... I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face into her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes, and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through it that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you could be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take some time, but it comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do! I'd love to share my thoughts but my thought processes behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? I'll read it in her voice, this is what I should be doing. Ghost under the light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. That's kind of neat. ... I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Seifyre. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, but remember that poets often express their thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. This feels like me in my literature, not my literature, but my English classes. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. Guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Alright, so that was that. Who next? I guess we can save Monika for last. Let's do Natsuki first. I feel like getting absolutely torn to shreds today. Let's do it. ... with a question mark. ... Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. Alright, thank you for that. I appreciate it. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me, princess. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'm okay. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Oh, sorry. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. That was horrible. That was horrible. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I through gritting my teeth, I like it. What? Just be honest, I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point for poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write a poem about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro! I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright, that wasn't horrible, I guess. Alright, now Monika. Now the most perfect person in the group, apparently. Hi, Seifyre. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Seifyre. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But that sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? It could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you to have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha ha ha. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. This is a big one. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I reel blind like a film out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. Already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. That was an interesting one. So what do you think? Very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Words from a master. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. That sounds more like she was talking to, like, me as a player, not Seifyre as a character. Whew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? It's nothing! Natsuki dismissively returns the poem on the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Oh, thanks. Yours is cute? Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How could that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language. I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you're trying hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Seifyre did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all... excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Seifyre liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri! What's wrong with these women, man? That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Seifyre appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours! Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy! Oh! What is happening? Is everyone okay? You know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Seifyre started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting guys! Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Seifyre! She's trying to make me look bad! That's not true! She started it! If she can get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple rank is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place! What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the rear, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Seifyre. Do I have to pick a side, really? There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's a way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself. It's also a waste. Do you understand that, right, Seifyre? Wow! Don't yell at me. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. You see, I would say that they're both arguing, both the points they're trying to argue for are incorrect because they're basically saying that my style is better. Which, okay, I'm not English major over here, but isn't that kind of what the Seifyre in this game already said? Didn't he basically already say, you know, it's supposed to express you, so the reason you have different styles is to express you. Even if that means using, like, more complex words or using very simple language. So, I don't know. I'm assuming Help Me Sayori would make them both angry at me, so I guess I have to choose. This music is really not helping me think. This is not thinking music. You know, I'm gonna just decline to answer. I wanted to go with Natsuki, but like, I don't necessarily agree with her point all the way either. I don't agree with either of their points, so I'm just gonna go with the Help Me Sayori. Natsuki, oops, didn't mean to do that. Natsuki glares at me, trying up any words I had in my mouth, so instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri, but Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friends feel like this? Seifyre. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me, princess. I'm really nailing it. Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. And I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because... Well... Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Okay, bringing Sayori in was the right decision. Sayori. Sayori stands up triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is the vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and that I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. She's such a genuine person. Such a genuine person really does make a good president regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Oh, well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Seifyre, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was neat to talk, it was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! Well, in that case, we'll do something tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. ... I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. What if I'm not out to impress everyone? I'm not just here to impress you ladies. I'm here to impress myself too, okay? Seifyre, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I could see why they'd make good friends with you. Huh. You know, Seifyre, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too. I think everyone's really trying to impress me, except for maybe, like, Monica, because, you know, she doesn't really need to. She's already, like, apparently the best at everything. Every day's gonna be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone's nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay! Yeah, let's do this. I'm not trying to impress any of you people. I'm doing this for myself, okay? And you know what? I like adventure. I'm an adventure kind of guy. Journey, well, that's fun. Doki Doki. It'd probably be either fantasy or journey, honestly. I'm gonna try to pick the words I feel closest to on this go, not just my character, me personally. So let's see. I think I like journey over fantasy. I guess I'll go with fear, which might be an interesting choice, but I'll pick that one. Bubbles together, fickle, despise, precious, landscape, nightgown, strawberry, daydream probably says the most about me over like everything else. I can't help myself when I just zone out. I have the capacity to zone out literally at any time, and I can't stop it. Like, it's just, oh man, I daze out way too much. I guess I'll pick eternity. I mean, I don't know. I guess laugh is good on that one. Agonizing, bouncy, analysis, I'm thinking raindrops, fester, unstable, wonderful, Inferno, disarray, friends. I'll pick raindrops. Excitement, kiss, ribbon, unrequited. Calm, explode, disaster, parfait, destiny, dazzle. Oh, this is a little bit tougher. I guess excitement. Question, boop. Boop! What? Vibrant, beauty, intellectual, sticky, ocean, lucky, comfort, awesome. I think comfort. Pain, scars, pink, graveyard, pout, sucks, sing, hope, starscape. Oh, that's cool. I think starscape, honestly. Sensation, lazy, peace, cheer, infinite misfortune, contamination, breathe, special email. I guess peace, vertigo, skirt, ambient, climax, fun, flower, passion, I guess promise, milk, entropy, essence, infallible, candy, melancholy, and I can't pick anime this time. That's not me so much. Feather, atone, memories. I think memories. Cheeks, music, smile, crimson, treasure, fireflies, clouds, heaven sent. All right, so basically just like the more words you wouldn't typically use or see, I guess that goes for Yuri right there. I think I'm feeling music. Heart, depression, kawaii, dance, waterfall, happiness, misery, twirl, vanilla, play. I guess play. Love, swimsuit, covet, childhood, shiny, whistle, chocolate, fireworks, incongruent, and lollipop. I guess childhood. Nibble, loud, philosophy, nature, jump, determination. I guess philosophy. Oh, well, loud. Loud describes more than philosophy does. Party, poof, cage, shame. I wanted to pick Rainclaw, but then I saw hair. I'm honestly, I'm a little obsessed with my hair. That's one of the selling features for the ladies out there. You know what I'm saying? And also, it's just my favorite feature because as a kid, I always used to have really, really, really short hair, like maybe an inch or a little bit longer, and it always used to be spiked, and I did that up until like around 6th grade, I guess, and then I hated it, but it's just like at the time, my parents wouldn't allow me to grow my hair out, or my dad, I guess, so then after that, after I got the okay, which was around 7th grade, I just grew my hair out, and I like to keep it long, basically. So I don't know. I'm going too much into why I picked hair for that one, but there you go. There's a little something about me. Guess I'll pick time, and then I guess I'll pick Pier for the last one. Okay. I wasn't really paying attention who I was impressing more, because I'm trying to ignore that point of it. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hey, Seifyre! Yo, Sayori! Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see, that's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's also simple things to get with you anyways. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. What's this? Is it empty? She fumbles with the latch and gets it open, then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves with the only option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Seifyre let me borrow some money. Well, that's, don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, You should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that! I got too absorbed in my book! I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess it's the little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. What happened? Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... A cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? Is that you, God? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears the wrapper off and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori clasps her hands around her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot of trouble, or going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. But yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat, goes behind Natsuki, and then wraps her arms around her. Jeez, I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Oh! Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. I can picture this all happening in my head. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes! Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Ugh! Where's Monica anyways? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't heard I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. Hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had to do something today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me, princess. I'm not going to stop doing that, by the way, if Natsuki says excuse me. So we're all going to have to just deal with that. Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Oh, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't too worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyways? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. Oh, you're such a good student, we get it. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano in study hall? Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't, really, I just kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn to play piano. That is so cool! You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Seifyre. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Oh, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks! So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone's already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Seifyre! Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival is coming up? Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff, so I need to go find some crayons, markers, glue sticks. Ah, I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Oh, are you going with Seifyre to help get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. Aw, but I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay! Ready, Seifyre? Yep, let's go. Sayori and I exit the classroom. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to a mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sayori. What exactly are we doing for the festival anyways? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone is gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. That sounds kind of dull. Seifyre, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like, you say the lines of a poem like, between my foot, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I'd be good at this. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that! Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know. I know. I meant that it's pretty unordinary contrast to your cutesy self. Don't say that. It's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival's gonna be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around the hallway again. Hey, Seifyre, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, huh? It's been a long time since I spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went on, I began to hole myself up in my room more and more, so going on adventures with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight into the closet and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Sayori pulls out a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too. They're kind of dirty though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped one by accident. Kya! Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right against the shelf. She falls to the floor and crayons spill all over her lap. Ow! You okay? My forehead! Sayori clutches her forehead. Jeez, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let's see. Since Sayori's sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. Sayori slowly releases her hand from her forehead. I begin brushing her bangs to the side. Ow! Sorry. There's a huge red mark in the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Seifyre! Where do I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to! I'm fine with it looking like a unicorn! Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. Get her a nice cold Coke, just smack it against her head. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? Doesn't really matter since we use an ice pack rather than to drink, but I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I'll purchase that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori, here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. What are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. What in the world, man? This reminds me of a friend I used to have, too. It stings. Just bear with it. It'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, Seifyre. This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? What do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time? I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways, like, I usually fell behind or had some trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump. I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone had found out. Even though it wasn't really your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah. You don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. Guess I was always focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kinda like this time, too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Seifyre, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years, you're rushing to help me even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Hey, don't call me that. Call me Gustavo, the manliest of men or something. Not sweetheart. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. Guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Seifyre, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll each end up for college or after that, so it wouldn't be fair to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long enough already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know? Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. Sayori hops to her feet. Ah! She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. Alright, I think that's a good spot to end it. So we're doing some character building. Honestly, when I think about it, I kind of forget what the beginning of this game was now. And by that I mean like all the warnings beforehand, so I'm still wary, but like as I'm playing the game, I totally forget that apparently this has disturbing images and stuff. So I don't know how to feel. Anyhow, I do like this game just because like the main character kind of reminds me of myself, except for like the anime aspect of him. And Sayori actually reminds me of a friend that I had a while back. I'm not gonna get too much into that either, but it's just at least part of it is actually kind of resembling my life a little bit. Like I can kind of connect to it in that way, you know. So it's definitely cool. I'm having fun. I can't wait for all my dreams to get ripped to shreds as soon as the bad things start happening, but we'll just worry about that when we get there. Anyhow, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, hit that like button, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.